It's been a while since I made a video. I don't have anything specific today, so I'm just gonna kind of show my day. I'm at a commercial site today, just replacing an evaporator fan motor on a freezer, on a walk-in freezer, that the bearings are grinding and going bad, and this customer does not want any downtime, so we're gonna replace that and see if we can get any footage. So before I get started, I'm gonna put this in a defrost. So we're gonna go to manual mode, password 2, down, and then we hold down the button. Last clip cut out, probably because my phone was getting too cold, but I just put it into a defrost. These freezers are, you have a master and a sub down here, every other one, and they're reverse cycle defrost. So basically like a heat pump where you shut off the fans, but it uses the hot gas, the discharge gas, to defrost the coil. So I went ahead and did that just to get the ice off the coil. It works pretty quick too, and this is the motor that we need to replace. You see there's ice on the fan blades. They open the door pretty much all the time in this, so we're gonna replace it. There was ice all over the blades previously, and I think it probably made the motor run unbalanced and caused the bearings to go bad. They're not terrible, but they are grinding, so we're gonna get that replaced. And I got some extra ones to actually keep here on site, so I'm gonna take this out here in a second, let it finish defrosting, and take this motor out, and then we'll get the new one. And I don't know that I'm gonna get any footage because it's pretty simple, but yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm at the next call out of the freezer, and I'm on a York rooftop unit using 410A. And as you can see, our second stage compressor is pretty low on charge. So I already got the tank hooked up. I got my smart probes on. We have 2 ports on the suction line, so I'm just on the one right here. I got my bulb valve up here, so I can get the refrigerant that I need. And my scale is on and zeroed out. I'm probably gonna do at least a quick scan with the leak detector and see if I can find the leak. I don't have a ton of time. We got other calls to do today, so we may have to come back to do a more thorough check for the refrigerant leak, but I'll see if hopefully we can find it today. But I'm gonna at least get them cooling better than they were. All right, that looks a little better. My TXV is closing right now. I have 13, 14 degrees of subcooling, 10 degrees of superheat at my compressor. So we're looking pretty good. Subcooling is a little high, but one, it is low on refrigerant, so I don't want them to lose charge as much as possible. And two, I'm actually measuring subcooling on my my pressure on my discharge line and temperature on my liquid line, because the discharge line is the only port available for high side. So it's probably not quite that high if I was measuring on the liquid line, but I'm gonna call it good there. We got a couple pounds of charge in, so that should get them by for now. And then like I said, I got my leak detector up here. I haven't even turned it on yet, but I'm gonna do a quick leak check, see if I can find it. If I can't find it quickly, I'm gonna do write up a more thorough leak search where you can come back when I got more time. But yeah, they should be cooling a lot better now. I am now at another call that we have a new walk-in cooler that was just installed, that last night around 10 o'clock got a late night service call that it wasn't cooling properly. I've already made some adjustments on the controller downstairs, but I went ahead and checked. The sight glass was running clear. I saw a couple little bubbles in it, but nothing too crazy. But it is pumped down right now. Receiver king valve is front seated. I heated up the receiver and I'm only getting about half full, so it's still pretty warm out. But if it's flashing now when it's about 90 degrees, when the temperature gets down to 75 at night, it could definitely be flashing and just feeding vapor to the expansion valves. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it closer to 3/4 full, see if that helps, and then go back downstairs to the box and monitor it and make sure it drops in temperature and do all that. But it's pumped down right now. It's not going to be very exciting. I'm just going to add a couple pounds and then check the receiver again. My pressures honestly probably won't move, but we got a pretty big receiver on this, almost 25 pounds you can put just in the receiver. So that's what we're going to do. I got my tank set up, 404A, with my probes here, my scale, so I know exactly how much I put in, and I'm going to mark the receiver with a paint marker. That way we know how much we put in if we ever have to repair the system and add charge or whatever the case is. So I'm going to get to it. Alright, I only had to add a couple pounds, but you can see my liquid level is marked there. So if you look at it, I would say that's right at about 3/4 full. I don't want to go too much above that. So I'm about to turn it back on here. The charge looked okay before. So I don't think, I mean, it's hot right now, so we're not really using the headmaster, which is actually split into an ORI and ORD valve, but it's doing the same thing, just with 2 different valves. But we're not really using that right now. It should just be going through the condenser and coming out as a subcooled liquid, just like a normal cooling cycle should be. So I'm gonna get it started back up. Just pump down again. But I'm gonna get it started back up. One thing to mention, this packing nut right here, it's flat on both sides. I'm gonna take a wrench, just get it tight on there before you actuate the valve. I tighten it down because it does leak a little bit, but you just gotta crack it before you open it. And now I'm gonna open it up and mid-seat the valve, and the compressor should turn on when the pressure switch makes. I might have a delay actually. It'll turn on in a second. I'm get it backed out and it cracked just a little bit. It's actually not leaking now. So just actuate that valve, and it'll extend the life of this service valve without it leaking. And then once you're done, you put it back and then you tighten that back up. So quick tips. It's been said on 1,000 other channels, but never know who's watching. Might learn a little bit from it. So I'm gonna wait for this delay to make, check the charge. I'm gonna record the amp draw on the compressor and the condenser fan motor because it's a new install, and I'm gonna record it in the unit so we have it. And yeah, we should be good to go. 1.2 amps on the condenser fan motor. 9.6 on the compressor. So it's like 9.9, just a tad higher. And L1, 10.2. So rated at 15.2 amps. So I'd say we're in good shape.